The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Chen Wei stepped forward, his weathered face betraying no emotion despite the gravity of the moment. Around the massive crystalline amphitheater, representatives from 47 civilizations watched with growing unease. The humans had called for an emergency session, and their timing was... "Honored delegates," Chen began, his voice carrying the weight of centuries, "today marks the end of our 300-year diplomatic mission." Elder Vorthak of the Zentaurian Empire shifted his serpentine form, confusion rippling through his bioluminescent scales. "Ambassador Chen, your species has been exemplary peacekeepers. Surely this is not..." "Peacekeepers." Chen's laugh was devoid of humor. "Yes, that's what you called us when we first arrived. Small, fragile creatures from a backwater system, willing to mediate your endless wars." He paused, letting his gaze sweep across the assembly. "You never wondered why we were so eager to help, did you?" The crystalline collective's representative, a being of pure silicon thought, pulsed with uncertainty. Through their shared neural link, they projected, the humans prevented the 1,000-year war between our factions and the Bio Syndicate. They saved millions of lives. "We ended your war," Chen corrected, "because it was inefficient. You were depleting resources we needed to catalog. Every battle, every planetary bombardment, every extinction-level event you prevented each other from committing." He smiled, and for the first time, the assembled delegates felt a chill run through their various physiologies. We were taking notes. The revelation struck the chamber like a quantum implosion. The hive mind of Kepler 442b, whose billion-strong consciousness had remained silent, suddenly buzzed with frantic communication. The humans had been present at every major conflict, every territorial dispute, every technological breakthrough for 3 centuries. "You studied us," whispered General Morthul of the warrior clans, his forearms unconsciously reaching for weapons that weren't there. "You learned how to kill us all." Chen nodded slowly. "Every species has a weakness. The Zentaurians' dependency on their hive queens, the crystalline collective's vulnerability to harmonic disruption, the Biosyndicate's reliance on their organic networks." He gestured to his wrist, where a simple device blinked with soft light. "This contains detailed analysis of every civilization in this galaxy. Your military capabilities, your biological limitations, your psychological triggers, your economic dependencies." The chamber erupted in panic. Translators struggled to keep up with the cacophony of alien languages, as species accused each other of collaborating with the humans, while others demanded immediate military action. Chen waited patiently for the chaos to subside. "Why?" The question came from Ambassador Thyona of the Peaceful Ancients, her ethereal form flickering with distress. "We welcomed you. We trusted you. Because that's what we do," Chen replied matter-of-factly. "Humans don't conquer through brute force. We're too small, too few. We observe, we adapt, we wait. We've been apex predators on our world for millennia, not because we were the strongest or fastest, but because we were the most patient." He touched his device again, and holographic displays materialized throughout the chamber, showing detailed schematics of weapons, battle plans, and strategic analyses for each species present. The data was staggering in its completeness. "For 300 years, we've prevented you from destroying each other because we needed time. Time to understand your technologies, your cultures, your fears. Time to position ourselves at the heart of every major trade route, every communication network, every defense system." Chen's expression remained eerily calm. "You invited us in, gave us access to everything, because we were the peaceful species that solved problems." The quantum consciousness of Dimension 7, a being that existed partially outside normal space-time, phase shifted into full reality, its voice resonating with temporal echoes. "You mean to exterminate us all?" "Exterminate?" Chen seemed genuinely surprised. No, that would be wasteful. We mean to manage you. Every species will continue to exist, continue to develop, continue to contribute to galactic civilization. But under human oversight. We've learned that left to your own devices, you create chaos. War. Inefficiency. The truth began to dawn on the assembled delegates. The humans hadn't been preventing wars, they'd been preventing competition. Every conflict they'd mediated had been resolved in ways that ultimately benefited human interests, so subtly that no one had noticed the pattern. The trade agreements we suggested, Elder Vorthak hissed, his scales now pulsing with furious red light. The technological exchanges, the cultural programs, all designed to create dependency, Chen confirmed. Your economies now rely on human-controlled shipping routes. Your defense networks use human-designed protocols. Your communication systems run through human-managed relays. We didn't conquer you with fleets or armies. We conquered you with patience and bureaucracy. The assembled delegates realized with growing horror that resistance might already be impossible. 3 centuries of peaceful cooperation had created a web of interdependencies that couldn't be severed without causing civilizational collapse. Chen stepped back toward the human delegation, finally allowing a genuine smile to cross his features. The transition will be gradual. Most citizens won't notice the change. Your governments will continue to operate, your cultures will be preserved, your species will thrive. You'll simply report to us. As the humans filed out of the chamber, leaving behind a galaxy in shock, Chen paused at the exit. We told you we were peacekeepers, he said softly. We never said we were keeping the peace for you. The massive doors sealed shut with a finality that echoed across 47 star systems, and the age of human patience was finally over. The age of human management had begun.